Spurs star Lucas Moura has come out and said we can dream of big things this season. Goalkeeping legend Peter Schmeichel has said that Joe Hart should be England's #1 at the moment. A former Tottenham goalkeeper believes that Danny Rose will be leaving Spurs by this Friday's transfer cut-off, but a former Tottenham defender believes he shouldn't be dropping down to the Championship. A full international roundup with all of the Tottenham players involved, including former Tottenham star Christian Eriksen, who sunk England tonight at Wembley Stadium. Clubs are not backing Project Big Picture, and a Premier League chief wants fans to return to games as soon as possible after he gave the example of the London Palladium event. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Wednesday, the 14th of October. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last couple of days. And if you haven't checked out my previous video, the one that I uploaded earlier today, it is a chat with former Tottenham star Dimitar Berbatov. He answered a number of questions that I asked him, very interesting answers, and he believes that Tottenham could win the Premier League this season. A video not to be missed. Tottenham star Lucas Moura has been talking on the club's website about what a difficult month it has been for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club with the amount of games that we had, and he just can't wait to get started again this coming Sunday against West Ham United. He said it was a tough month for us, but we did very well. It was very important to finish that series of games in the best way, and the last game was amazing. If it was a different result, I can imagine what it would have been like this week, and until the international guys came back, very difficult. Now we need to start the new month in the same way, with the same fighting spirit. I feel very positive. I think that we're building a very strong squad, and we can dream of big things this season. That's our objective. Former Manchester United goalkeeper Peter Schmeichel has questioned why Gareth Southgate isn't choosing Spurs goalkeeper Joe Hart to be England's #1. He was talking to the Times newspaper and he said, what you're talking about here is 3 goalkeepers. Jordan Pickford, who has played for England for 3 years and has made mistakes in the Premier League. Another one, Henderson, is not playing at all, played last season for Sheffield United. And the other is Pope, plays for Burnley, who are rock bottom of the Premier League. When was the last time England had a #1 goalkeeper? Joe Hart is still playing. Why is he not the #1? Joe Hart is only 33 years old. He's probably in his prime. The question for me would probably be answered with David Seaman. He's probably the last #1 England had. There is now just 48 hours left of the domestic transfer window, and former Tottenham goalkeeper Paul Robinson has been talking to the Football Insider all about Tottenham fullback Danny Rose, who of course hasn't even been given a squad number for the 2020-2021 season. He said the writing is on the wall for Danny Rose, given that he has not been given a squad number this season. I think that we will see him move on, and I am surprised that Newcastle did not sign him this summer because he did quite well there last season. Wherever Danny Rose goes, he will do well. He is a top player. I like him and I rate him. He does not fit in Jose Mourinho's plans, and Jose Mourinho does not want him around. I think he will move on before the deadline, whether that be to Middlesbrough or wherever it may be. He is definitely one that will be leaving. Another former Tottenham player has been talking about the Danny Rose situation, this time Alan Hutton. He has also been talking to the Football Insider and believes that Danny Rose should not drop down to the Championship. He said, if I was him, I wouldn't rush into anything. It's not ideal, him not playing football, but does he? This sounds bad, but does he really want to go to Middlesbrough? It's basically saying he's not going to play with England pretty much. He really needs to make a move where he was playing at the high level and there was a chance of him getting back into the England squad. They're crying out for a left-sided player. They play Trippier on the left, Chilwell's there, but they need other players to be firing for next summer. I think he would want to make a move where he's playing at a high level, and look, it's no disrespect to Middlesbrough. I heard there were reports of foreign clubs looking at him for a loan, whether that would be a better option for him. An announcement was published by the Tottenham Hotspur women earlier this afternoon, and it states our Continental League Cup Group B fixture away to Chelsea has been brought forward to Tuesday the 3rd of November. Kick-off at Kings Meadow remains the same at 7 p.m. Heung-min Son has been talking about the All or Nothing Amazon documentary, and he said it's a bit weird when you see your dressing room, but it was actually quite fun to watch. Even my voice sounded weird, but I think as a player, it was a bit sad to watch because there were a lot of unlucky things happening. When we were doing so well, people were getting injured. He then went on to say, we didn't change our behaviour. Sometimes we even forgot the cameras were around us. I think it's good for the club. I think people will have so much fun watching the documentary because something is always happening. People are going to like Spurs even more. Whilst making this video, a report has just come out from BBC Sport and it states that Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters has used the example of a London Palladium event to make a case for fans returning to football. Plans for limited numbers of supporters to return from the 1st of October were postponed amid a rise in coronavirus infections. But pictures of an audience at a London Palladium show spark questions about why crowds cannot return to sport. Masters said, I know the government has huge issues at the moment, but the London Palladium was half full. We make the point that if it can be the case, we hope that football stadiums can reopen soon. In the last couple of days, there has been lots of reports published, lots of talk all about Project Big Picture, and a report out today from BBC Sport, and it states Premier League clubs have unanimously agreed that Project Big Picture will not be endorsed or pursued. The controversial plans proposed by Liverpool and Manchester United were rejected at a meeting of the 20 clubs in England's top flight on Wednesday. Instead, the clubs agreed to work together on a new plan for the financing of English football. They decided on a £50 million rescue package for League One and League Two clubs at the meeting. A Premier League statement said discussions will also continue with the EFL over financial support for the Championship. I'm just going to go through an international roundup now of all of the Tottenham Hotspur players who have played for their respective countries in the last 24 hours or so. Of course, the international break is now over and all of the Tottenham Hotspur players will be reporting back to Hotspur Way as they will now be focusing on our next Premier League game, which of course takes place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Sunday against West Ham United. On Tuesday night, on the 13th of October, Serge Aurier captained his country, winning his 64th cap as Ivory Coast fell to a defeat against Japan in the Netherlands. Gedson Fernandes played for Portugal under-21s, winning that one 3-0 against Gibraltar. He came on as a second-half sub. Sergio Reguilon played the full 90 minutes for Spain, but they lost 1-0 against Ukraine, and Jack Rolls played for Cyprus under-21s for 74 minutes. They lost that one 7-0 to the Netherlands. Also on Tuesday night, Tottenham youngsters Ryan Sessegnon and Oliver Skipp played a full 90 minutes for England under-21s against Turkey under-21s in England's 2-1 win. Ryan Sessegnon had a great game. He was in the heart of all of the action because the first goal he crossed and it got deflected in. He also assisted the second goal for Eddie Nketiah. He would have had a third assist because his pass actually won England a penalty, but it was sadly missed. The international roundup for Wednesday evening, Davinson Sanchez played a full 90 minutes for Colombia in their World Cup qualifier against Chile. The result was 2-2. Toby Alderweireld played 90 minutes for Belgium as they won 2-1 against Iceland in their Nations League clash. Ben Davies played for Wales a full 90 minutes again in their Nations League win against Bulgaria, winning 1-0. Harry Kane played for England in their 1-0 defeat at Wembley Stadium against Denmark. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg played 88 minutes for Denmark as Christian Eriksen got the only goal in that game from the penalty spot. Defender Matt Doherty played 90 minutes for the Republic of Ireland against Finland in their 1-0 defeat in the Nations League. And Hugo Lloris captained France in a 2-1 win against Croatia, playing the full 90 minutes again. Tottenham Hotspur's next Premier League game takes place this Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against West Ham United. It could be the day that we see Heung-min Son, Harry Kane and Gareth Bale all playing in the same team. Now, please do let me know your score predictions in the comment section below and also how you think Jose Mourinho will line up against the Hammers this Sunday. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comments section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. Don't forget to put your score predictions and how you think Jose Mourinho will line up against West Ham in the Premier League this Sunday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Of course, we are all hoping for 3 points on Sunday and the return of Gareth Bale as well. Please also don't forget to check out the Dimitar Berbatov interview that I uploaded earlier today. It is a video not to be missed. A very entertaining guy, supplied some fantastic answers to the questions that I asked. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.